Welcome to the session on Hall's marriage theorem. Let G be a bipartite graph with bipartition x, y. Then G contains a matching that saturates every vertex in x if and only if cardinality of n of s is greater than or equal to cardinality of s for all s contained in x. Let us suppose that G contains a perfect matching. Let S be a subset of X. Since the vertices in S are matched under M with distinct vertices in N of S, we have cardinality of N of S greater than or equal to cardinality of S. In the graph, let us be clear with the graph. Let us consider the bipartition x and y and S be the subset of x. Consider the neighborhood of S and the cardinality of n of s is equal to 3, which is greater than the cardinality of the cardinality of s equal to 2. Okay. Conversely, let G be a bipartite graph with cardinality of n of s greater than or equal to cardinality of s for all s contained in x. Let us assume that G has no matching, which is perfect. Let M star be the maximum matching in G. By our assumption, M star does not saturate all vertices in X. So let U be such an M star unsaturated vertex. Let us consider Z to be the set of all vertices connected to U by M star alternating paths. Since M star is a maximum matching in G, G has no M star augmenting path, and this is the Birch theorem which we have seen in our previous session. Let us try to get it clear with the example graph. So, the alternating path that is connected to U is represented by as U B3 A3 B2 A2 B1 A1. So, let Z be equal to the set of vertices in the path, that is U A1 A2 A3 B1 B2 B3. So, that is considered as U. Then S is nothing but Z intersection X and T is nothing but Z intersection Y. U is the only M star unsaturated vertex in Z. We set S is equal to Z intersection X and T equal to Z intersection Y. Just now we saw in the graph. Clearly, the vertices in S minus U are matched under M star with vertices in T. Therefore, we get cardinality of T equal to cardinality of S minus 1 except U. And we can also see that T is contained in N of S. Since every vertex in N of S is connected to U by an M star alternating path, we also have N of S is contained in T, and hence N of S is equal to T. Combining the results, N of S includes T and N of S is contained in T. Also, cardinality of N of S is equal to cardinality of T, and that is nothing but cardinality of S minus 1, which is less than cardinality of S. This is a contradiction to the fact or to the given condition that cardinality of N of S is greater than or equal to cardinality of S, and then hence G has a matching that saturates every vertex in X. That is, G has a perfect matching. This concludes the theorem. Now let us reformulate the marriage theorem in terms of SDR. A family S is equal to S1, S2, etc. Sm of sets has a system of distinct representatives if and only if the union of Si is greater than or equal to cardinality of F for every F contained in 1, 2, etc. M. Corollary: if G is a k-regular bipartite graph with k greater than 0, then G has a perfect matching. Let's go for the proof. Let G be a k-regular bipartite graph with bipartition x, y. Since G is k-regular, cardinality of x equal to cardinality of y. Now, let us consider S be a subset of x. So, we have neighborhood of S, and let E1 and E2 be the set of edges corresponding to that are incident with S and N of S respectively. So, by the definition of a neighborhood of S, E1 is contained in E2 and therefore k into cardinality of N of S is greater than or equal to cardinality of E2, which is greater than or equal to cardinality of E1, which is nothing but k into cardinality of S, since it is a k-regular graph. Therefore, cardinality of N of S is greater than or equal to cardinality of S, and hence by Hall's marriage theorem we conclude that G has a perfect matching. Therefore, cardinality of x equal to cardinality of y implies M is a perfect matching.